Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm going to start talking about spring maintenance. Yes, spring is right around the corner, just a couple days away. So before we officially head into spring, we need to do some things in the garden. A lot of people around the nation and in various parts of the world are taking this opportunity to get ready for the upcoming growing season, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm clearing out this area where I've had some pots and baskets and roses and things like that so I can get to my boxwoods. And in the next couple of videos, that is exactly what I'm going to do all around the yard. I'm going to take time to clean up, to clear out, to remove debris, and to handle things that I haven't looked at in a very long time. So this is the first of a couple videos that will be coming your way that will show you what I'm doing to get ready for spring, which I'm sure all of us are really excited about. So I've removed all of these various plants here, and it has revealed that I have some issues with my boxwoods. The first issue, obviously, is the weeds underneath there. So I want to make sure that I take time and really pull those out by the roots instead of cutting them off from the top and leaving the roots, because 9 times out of 10, they do come back. They come back anyways, but this will be much more efficient, and it will leave more time in between when I have to weed. So I've pulled those out by the roots, and now I'm taking another one of my garden tools that I've had in the family for many, many years. One person asked in a prior video, where'd you get that garden tool? And it actually was passed down from my great-grandparents to my parents. Then when I moved out, I got to take it with me, and I absolutely love it because it really is great, and it allows me to remove a lot of the things that are on the surface area and really kind of loosen up some of that topsoil so I can get some air into the ground. Now, here is my problem with my boxwoods. When we moved in, these boxwoods were already here. They were beautiful. Somebody had really taken great care of them and shaped them into these round balls, which I really like a lot because they leave a really nice backdrop for whatever plants I put in front of them. But this year, for the first time, I've had some issues with these brown spots. And in closer inspection, I realized that, in fact, the branches that go way back in were in fact dead. Now, that could be caused by something called Volutella stem blight, which is a disease that, can affect some varieties of boxwoods. And I think that that's exactly what I have here, because those stems were completely dry when I cut them out. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking my loppers and I'm cutting them way back in there. Not all the way back, but I'm making sure that I cut out all of the dead or infected branches so that I can have better airflow to that area. And that's what a lot of people recommend. So I'm sure it'll be fine, because when I looked under there, I do have some new branches starting. So I'm expecting it to fill in. It looks kind of nasty right now, but hopefully over the course of this next year, the year after that, it will fill in and look really nice. I'm not very concerned because I do put pots in front of this area and it will hide some of that, which will hopefully allow them to heal. And now what I'm doing is I'm taking my electric shear and I am trimming those back to, a reasonable level, not cutting it back too severe, but to where I have that nice, beautiful green foliage, and trying to keep them as shapely as possible. Not perfect, but really trying hard to keep that nice round shape. Now, if you look here, it looks kind of weird, kind of like a cracked egg that has a perfectly round shape, and then there's this big gash out of the front of it. But again, I use this area to showcase some of my pots or my containers, and so you're not going to be able to see all of those, especially since those infected areas were down low. So I assume that it will look really, really nice. So anyways, this is what I'm doing. And something interesting about boxwoods is when I was doing my research, I found out that the Egyptians used them to as decorative plants for many, many years. And it's been recorded all the way back to 4000 BC, which is interesting. And today we have 90 species of boxwoods that are used all over the world and hundreds of cultivars. which, I think I don't even know what variety these are because they were here before we moved in. I think it's just like just a very simple, your basic boxwood. But I do have a couple Japanese boxwood in the front that I planted, and I love those as well. And these kind of behave the same as the other ones, so I'm thinking they're the same. Now, you can tell here I have all of my plants back into their spots, hooking up the drip irrigation once again to all of those plants that are in front of them. And when you look back, you can't even tell that I had a problem. So anyways, that's what I did with my boxwoods, and hopefully they will rebound. Thank you guys so much for being here today. And also, as always, thanks for watching.